if you allow me, one more question, because one actor that we didn't even mention, and when you talk about European security, it is an important actor, is the United Kingdom, right? The United Kingdom that is no longer a member of the European Union, but a formidable or an important member of NATO alliance and a very strong actor in relation to Ukraine. I would go so far as to say that without the US and the UK support, particularly in the early stage of the war, there would be no Ukraine today. So how do you see the UK's role, and how do you see Brexit, I suppose? You are one of the few academics I know who were not opposed to Brexit in the referendum. So if you don't mind me asking, like that kind of privilege of hindsight.
Yeah, so I think it's been quite significant, the invasion, in making clear, as you say, the military significance of the United Kingdom.
Yes.
But the fact that it exists outside of the European Union structures has maybe sort of to some extent also reinforced NATO, which is to say that the UK operates through NATO and that becomes the institution, and there is no chance of it happening elsewhere because the UK isn't elsewhere, at least not within the EU. Ideological opposition to dealing with the UK from within the EU, a certain sort of, the residues of
punish them
exactly,
for Brexit,
yeah, we want
right?
to, not. I always thought that was certainly in foreign affairs going to be time limited because the three major powers, Germany, France, and the UK, really drove European security policy a lot, and so one was out, and so it would eventually come back in some moderated form. I think the main attraction for something like the European political community is that it does provide a forum whereby the UK can come. The UK, I think, was a bit reluctant. They didn't want it to be called the European Political Community. They preferred it to be called the European Political Forum or something, but then they accepted it and have taken part. And so I think the effect of the invasion has been to slowly pull down some of these barriers to renewed cooperation in foreign and security affairs with the UK, out of necessity, I think.
Professor Bickerton, thank you for your time. It was great, very, very, very interesting for us.
My pleasure. Thank you, Stefan.